There are a lot of parallels between running a long race and building a company. One of the most important factors of entrepreneurship is patience. Knowing that there really is no shortcut. You can't just jump from sort of idea to success. You have to go through a long process of refining that vision and raising capital and hiring incredible people and building and failing and tweaking. And this takes years and there's no shortcut. And it's the same with, sort of any sort of long race where you can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna take a pill and tomorrow I'll be able to run, 50 miles. Now you have to go through that sort of patient process of just basically putting in the work, showing up every day and getting better and better fit for that task. The key is making sure that you have, the right people around you in building a company. I could never have built VidMob without, my co-founders and the people we've hired since then. And, I would certainly never be able to run anywhere close to, probably half of the distance of this if I didn't have two other crazy people who I'd feel like I was letting down if I didn't put in the work and wasn't there alongside.
Running a race, there are obstacles that are unforeseen. You just don't know. There are highs and lows. There are really high highs and there are extreme lows, such as the case in business as well, where you'll have an incredible week or an incredible month. Like that, it can, go 180 degrees the other way, and that is scary. And the same thing happens in a race, where one moment you'll be as high as you possibly can be, your nutrition plan is right on, and then before you know it, you're stumbling, or you want to quit, or you haven't seen anybody in like 5 or 6 miles. It's 2 a.m. in the morning, and there's nobody out on the trail with you, and you feel lost and you're suffering. That happens in business just the same.
When Alex first sent me an email about man against horse, I think I sent back 3 questions. What is this? Are you serious? And how fast are you planning on running? As it relates to business, I think business owners and teams that work within businesses are frequently, trying to set goals for themselves to achieve, whether that's in the next week, quarter, year, whatever. You have a choice when you set a goal. Do we make it easy or do we really stretch ourselves and reach? And I think that's definitely the reaction I had when I saw 50 miles in the Arizona desert and you're going to be mingling with horses from the get-go and maybe all the way to the end.
As an entrepreneur, there's not only are there highs and lows in the process of building a company, there's like 1,000 highs and lows in the course of any given day. Come race day, I know we'll have highs and lows. I've heard stories about the types of lows that can happen, and I'm a little worried about those. But having had the privilege of experiencing some lows through my own life, I think I'm fairly well prepared to know that they're just sort of like obstacles to be overcome.
Man Against Horse Race 2021. Have a good day. Thank you. Yeah, there we go. Nice.
Bethanys Gate is the nonprofit that we're going to be partnering with in Prescott, Arizona. They use horses to help first responders and military personnel and families who are suffering from PTSD. And so I think it's an incredible organization to be a part of. And it's a perfect example of how VidMob and VidMob gives back into the communities where we work and live and participate, but also being able to donate $1,000 each horse that we're able to finish in front of during our journey across 50 miles.
The Man Against Horse race is just cool to begin with. And then when Burr Purnell contacted me and said, hey, it's kind of crazy, we're gonna run this race, because I promise you I'm not some weirdo, but we really are gonna do this and we want to give you $1,000 for every horse we pass. I said, wait, what? Part of that was just super exciting and huge, and even if they didn't want to give us money, just seeing these 3 guys with this company that wanted to make a difference was very huge. And then when Burr told me yesterday at the end of the race, I'm not sure how many horses we passed, but I think, and then they were told, you passed 15. He said, we're gonna give you $15,000. I was blown away. We are a small nonprofit. My entire budget is just over $100,000. So $15,000 is gonna go a long way to allow us to do more retreats, the marriage retreats, the spouse retreats, the retreats for the service members. We have a very active kids program that we're gonna have fully funded through the end of the year. VidMob is an anomaly. We have corporations that support us, but to have a company who comes in from the very beginning and says, we want to be a part of what you're doing, and this is how we're gonna be involved in this. For me, that is huge. People in our corner who are cheering for us, who want us to be successful. These guys did this because their hearts were truly in it and they really want to make a difference and they believe in where they're putting their money.
It's a huge, huge burden to be under, and to think about, like, how am I gonna control that? How am I gonna move forward? I don't ramp up as quickly, and being with the horses has helped for sure.
I couldn't imagine building a business now that wasn't centered around purpose. The most talented people want to be connected to purpose. They want to understand why they're there. They want to feel good about what they're doing. This has been a strategic advantage for us at VidMob, and I would recommend it to literally any company, because I don't think today, in this new age, you're going to be able to attract and retain people unless there's purpose at the bedrock of the company.